Hooked on the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches and Palm Beach County, the best way to experience Florida.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of Hooked on the Palm Beaches. This morning we're on the big lake in south central Florida, Lake Okeechobee, with bass fishing guide BREEZY McMILLAN and my daughter Ella and her friend Audrey. And today we're going to be targeting the hallmark freshwater fish of North America, the largemouth bass, otherwise called the bucket mouth. Let's go fishing.
There he comes up. Woo, look at that.
Pretty fish.
We got a big one, boy!
I don't think it gets any better than this.
I just cannot believe how many fish there are here.
This is why you come here. This is why we do what we do. Off of Palm Beach, bro. This is the kind of Jurassic Park stuff that lives out here. Woo! We did it, Bubba.
It blows me away the fishing opportunities that we have in and around Palm Beach County.
Some of the best game fishing that you can have in the entire world. So this morning we're going to be trying a variety of tactics to target largemouth bass. BREEZY, tell us what we're going to be doing.
All right, first thing this morning, we're gonna try to get on some topwater action. We do have some shiners. Lately, the lake's been a little bit tough. There's also a full moon. We had our first cold front last weekend. The water temperature dropped way down. So we're gonna go and get some shiners, try to get that big Okeechobee bass for you.
Awesome. And tell me how the full moon affects fishing here on the lake.
Here on the lake, especially out in the grass, with the full moon, the fish just don't know when to stop feeding. A lot of people say they feed all night long, so the first morning bite is going to be the best, and then it'll kind of slow down, which is why we'll go with the shiners. And later in the afternoon, as the sun's going down, that's when they're going to start to feed again.
So we're going to be using some artificials this morning. Later on, as the bite slows down, we're going to move on to some live bait. Hopefully we'll get the girls on some nice largemouth bass. What's the biggest bass you caught here?
9/8.
9/8. Wow, 10 pounder, huh?
Should have been.
So what's the biggest bass to come out of the lake?
I know of a couple 13 pounders that have been caught.
Wow.
I'm not sure if that's the absolute biggest, but it would be close. You can do so many different things here. Even though it's a shallow lake, you can still go what we consider offshore, throw rattle traps, crankbaits. You can go to the grass. You can flip a lot of these reed heads you see. I mean, you can just do it all, and there's so much water to cover here. It's like a big bowl, so you can just move on around, easy to maneuver. So there's a bunch of ledges out there, some rock piles, deep holes out in the middle. And then you can move into the grass, which is going to be a little bit shallower like you see here. There's so many different types of grass right below us in here. We've got all the cattails and reeds, different types of those.
So tell me a little bit about the lake itself, BREEZY.
Well, it's the largest in Florida, and it's considered to be the bass capital of the world. A lot of tourism that comes here because it is such a great lake. And when the big tournaments come here, you hear all the pros talking about wanting to come down to Okeechobee because the bite here is like no other.
So tell me about any sort of other fish in the lake. Are there any other opportunities for catching other species besides largemouth here?
Absolutely. We've got snook, tarpon. Sometimes we even catch jacks out here. So in the summertime, you'll see 100-pound tarpon rolling in the rim canal or the open water. There's been school of jacks. People will catch snook in the grass, in the open. That's really fun out here. You never know. On Okeechobee, I'm usually the only female in the driver's seat. And it used to really get to me that, oh, I can't do it, I'm a girl. People don't take me seriously, but that's not true. And I would tell any woman, like the two girls in the back of the boat here, I am so happy that they're here because they have a love for the sport like I did at that young age, and I can see them really going far.
Absolutely. And any of you dads out there watching, remember, just because you've got a girl, you've got to get her out in the water. It's not just a boy's sport or a man's sport. Get your girls out.
And they'll beat you.
And they'll beat you, exactly. We're fishing in an area called the Hayfields. This is needle grass with a couple of lily pads interspersed between, and this is where some of these large bucket mouths like to sort of hang out in the shallow water over here. So we're going to try here for a bit and see if we can have some luck on artificials, and then we'll go and try and hit a couple of other spots, some of Breezy's favorites on the lake. She's been born and raised here, so she's lived here all her life. All right, first fish in the hayfields, Breezy. Oh yeah. All right, that's a pretty fish. Nice one, Breezy, well played.
Thank you.
So is that sort of average size that we're getting out here?
It is. Every now and then, there are big ones that live in here, but there's so many that size, you know, that schooling size we like to call.
Quite an amazing thing to have this on your front doorstep.
Hooked on the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches and Palm Beach County, the best way to experience Florida. And by Engel Coolers, the original high-performance cooler company. And by Pelagic high-performance offshore gear.
There's so many trails that come here, FLW, the Federation tournaments, American Bass Anglers. There's so many different series that comes here, which really helps our economy, honestly, especially like South Bay, Belglade, Pahokee, you know, in Palm Beach County. There's not much out here. A lot of people ask, well, where are you from, Belglade? What do you do? I say I fish, but so much tourism comes from fishing. There's guides out here that fish 360 days a year. That just keeps them coming back because it's such a great sport, such a great lake. So I'm honored to be from here. We are rigging up some wild shiners for the girls here. They're going to toss them out under these mats and try to catch a big one. We're in the mouth of what they call Stein's Canal, which is a boat trail. The water's moving, we're going around the corner. They're floating these shiners up under these mats where when the water's cold, the fish kind of tuck under there and try to keep warm. So we're trying to float the shiners under there and see what we can pull out. What I like to do is start in the bottom and try to go through his lips and out one of his nostrils so that he can breathe and swim freely. Here, you want to catch me? Sure. All right, I'll get you. Oh my gosh, he's giant!
Look. Nice. Woo, that's a nice Okeechobee fish right there. Look at that. Wanna hold him up?
I think he's too heavy.
He's too heavy. Well, this is what it's all about. Catching beautiful largemouth just in the edge of this vegetation. And water's a little bit cold. We're at about 70 degrees. But with the shiners, we're enticing these fish to bite. The girls are having such fun, right? Yes! Another beautiful largie from the big lake.
It's fun, so you should try it.
Well, this kind of fishing with a bobber is just great for kids because it's very visual. They can sit, they can concentrate, they can watch the bobber the whole time. As soon as that bobber goes under, they know they're on a fish. So it's really, really exciting and it's stimulating for them. It's not just sitting out there with a bait on the bottom. They can actually see everything happen right in front of their eyes. And this last fish that Audrey caught was spectacular. She casted her bait out and pretty much immediately it just exploded. Boosh, right on top of the water there. And that's what it's all about. They're having great fun here. We're fishing with live wild shiners. These are typically larger than the commercial shiners that you'll find in bait shops. And what's nice about these larger baits is that we're getting larger fish. So we're targeting bigger largemouth than the smaller ones that we've been getting on the commercials. So let's see what the girls can bring up. Like I said, 10 minutes, and when the bite really goes on, we're gonna start going through these shiners, aren't we?
Oh yeah, we got 3 dozen, we might need more.
Oh yeah, well played, Audrey. Oh,
Oh my God!
that's a nice fish. Oh, it's a bowfin. That's a big bowfin.
We have have quite a bit of them. They love shiners, they love artificial. You think you have a giant bass on when you have one, so it's a little deceiving. We call them mudfish here. They love the muddier water. You can see it's not as clear as we were this morning. That was cool. It was heavy. I was like, and then I felt like the rod was gonna snap because it was big. But then it didn't, so that was good.
Audrey's just caught a really nice bowfin. These are fish with incredibly sharp teeth. They like to hang out in sort of muddy, non-oxygenated waters because they can actually breathe air from the surface, so they can survive out of the water for a really, really long time. These are an invasive species to South Florida. They're not from here, but they put up a really good fight, and when you catch one, you think you've got a nice largemouth on, and it's actually one of these bowfins. Very, very aggressive, predatory fish. And look at that thing. Wow. Good job, Audrey. Well, we're having fun this morning. It just shows you, even though we're targeting largemouth bass, you never know what you're going to get here on the lake.
On this week's hotspot, we're heading up to the north end of the Palm Beaches to Cypress Creek South Natural Area. Cypress Creek South is part of the natural area system in Palm Beach County, and the cool part about Cypress Creek South is it's an area that's really easily accessible, especially for beginners. You can park there in the parking lot. There's a canoe kayak launch right there at the parking lot. Also a fishing pier a short walk away. And both of those lead to a 25-acre lake. In this lake, you'll find calm waters, and you'll find largemouth bass, tarpon, and snook, all in the same lake. And if you're lucky enough at Cypress Creek South, you might even get a Palm Beaches slam.
Hooked on the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches and Palm Beach County, the best way to experience Florida. And by Engel Coolers, the original high-performance cooler company. And by Pelagic high-performance offshore gear.
Well, Breezy, you live in a beautiful spot. You know, I sometimes come out here not just for the fishing, but also just for the wildlife. And there's this beautiful trail that runs around the lake called the Lost Trail. It's the Lake Okeechobee Scenic Trail, and it's awesome. You can get on your bikes, you can take binoculars, there's great bird watching here. There's also some wonderful wildlife. You can be lucky enough to come here and see otters swimming around in the water.
We have ospreys. You'll see them come and catch bait all the time. We've got the eagles that fly around. We actually have wild hogs on this island behind us. You'll see hogs that's connected to Torrey Island where we launched from. You know, the gators, manatees, you name it, it's out here.
So it really is a fantastic place to come, not just for the fishing, but also just to get outdoors and enjoy nature. So you must see all manner of boats on this lake, right?
I do.
And so tell me what the best sort of scenario is, what the best setup is, because it's quite difficult going through all this needle grass and all these lilies and maneuvering around. What do you do?
You'll see a lot of ranger boats, ranger bass boats. They're just laid out so well. They have a wide deck. You'll see Mercury or Evinrude. You know, I run a 250 Mercury Pro XS. You definitely need power poles or talons out here. I run 8-foot blades, power poles. It's a little windy today. You see I have to put them down, fish this area, pick them up and keep going. And as far as the grass goes, like a 101 or a 112 trolling motor, 36 volt, it'll go through this grass no problem, even if it's a little bit thicker in here. Another good tool that we have out here is the electronics. I have 2 Humminbirds, one in the back, one in the front. They have the best mapping system for Okeechobee, so I definitely trust them.
Nice one. What you got?
I ain't got nothing. Oh, that's a nicer fish.
Here we go with our 9th one.
You know, hanging out with Breezy on her boat. She's taking really good care of the girls and they're just having an absolute blast.
Gill thingy-majobbers. I'm still learning. Don't judge.
This little spot right here is so productive. We literally cast out and
You wait like 10, 15 seconds and your bobber goes under and you got a fish.
That's bigger than my mouth.
I don't know about that. You've got the biggest mouth in this show. Oh, nice. All right.
Swipe that on the left.
Well, we're really on the honey hole here. We're just catching fish after fish after fish. Breezy's put us onto a really good spot here. And the girls are having an absolute blast. I mean, I haven't seen them have this much fun in a while.
Nice.
They're doing awesome. They have such a passion for it, so it's so fun seeing all their energy, and they really love this sport.
Oh, under. Just fish after fish after fish here. Thank goodness I only get to spend a few hours with these guys a day. Otherwise, I would go mental.
Sure about that? We got the flies.
Finally, Dad's actually allowed to catch a fish. Ha, little guy.
Finally, Dad. These fish are beautiful. They're strong.
One thing about these largemouth is that they're really adaptable fish. They can get suited to a whole wide range of different water conditions. They've been able to spread all the way through North America. Here in South Florida, we're most blessed to be able to fish for this iconic species year-round. So they're very, very able predators. They use all their senses to find fish. They'll use their sense of sight. They'll use vibrations, their lateral line along the side of their body, and they'll also use their excellent sense of smell. An apex predator of Lake Okeechobee, the largemouth bass. What a stunner. They're such aerial fighters. They'll come up, they'll jump.
We've actually caught a bunch of fish. We've missed some with the circle hook. You know, you gotta let them run and just start reeling. We've had a few come off, but our ratio's been really well today. Remember, it's a girl sport too. I like it, I like it. Good job, girls. Stay tuned for more Hooked on the Palm Beaches from Okeechobee. Let's go fishing.
Hooked on the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches and Palm Beach County, the best way to experience Florida. And by Engel Coolers, the original high-performance cooler company. And by Pelagic high-performance offshore gear.
Fishing in the great outdoors offers kids an alternative to many influences they might encounter in their busy lives today. A single fishing trip could be a turning point in a young life. Fishing is a lifetime sport that will provide many hours of recreation, relaxation, and quality time with family and friends. Take a kid fishing. The rewards are endless.
You guys really need to come out of your shells a little bit more. You know, you guys are so quiet and so shy.
Girls rule. Hey y'all! You got one, guys! It's a bloody monster! Pigsty, bro! Let's go fishing!
So right now we're fishing in a little quiet backwater here with some lilies out here. Just still using the shiners. You just missed one, right?
I did.
Oh yes, I've got a fish here. Oh yes, it's a nice one. That's a better fish. Whoa, that was quick. Look at that, the hook came right on. This is a better sized fish, look at that. Whoa, pretty little fish. Fishing these lily pads out here, and that is a good looking black bass right there. All right, see you later, buddy.
All right, 7th one. Nice.
Oh, I've got a nice one here.
Yep.
Need the net? Get the net. You can. fish. Got our 5-pounder. Not yet. Oh, beauty. Now this is what we're talking about. Oh, yeah.
Nice fish.
Oh, that's a real nice, pretty fish. I've got about a 4.5-pounder here. Pretty Lake Okeechobee bass. This is what it's all about. Catching real nice hogs like that. Look at the size of that fish. Beautiful. Nice mouth on it. Beautiful condition. This is what it's all about. Lovely stuff. Well, we're closing out an awesome day on Lake Okeechobee with Breezy and the girls. This has been a wonderful day's fishing. This is Hooked on the Palm Beaches, and we'll catch you next week. Let this guy go.
Thanks for a great day, Breezy.
You're welcome, girls. Good job.
It's a girl sport too. Stay tuned for more. So stay tuned for more on Hooked from the Garden. Stay tuned for more. Well, let me just say it. Okay. Just 1, 2, 3. Stay hooked.